Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where last episode we captured this leader in battle, which caused him to leave, and we ended up losing all of our occupation here. So we're only at 24% war score. We can get another 43% from occupation. We are heading down with this force, and we definitely need to head down this way. Now, we are at minus 13 on this claim. This is only a county claim. If we lose this, it's not a huge deal. However, these guys, Lithuania here, they're heading south, and I'm hoping that they're going to deal with it. That's the idea here. Now, this uprising, I'm currently not tremendously concerned about. How many total troops do they have? 72,000. So we see pretty much all of them here. How many unraised troops do we have? 57,000. Now, these guys are rebelling. We would have to raise over this way. How many would we actually need to take this out? Perhaps 30k? Now, this is going to put us negative in our monthly income. No doubt about that. We are in debt right now. But this is to be expected. Keep in mind, we only have like 2 years left as well. This is the final episode. Period. End of story. So we are definitely going to be ending here. By the way, if you're watching this on the day it goes live, which is February. No, this is March 14th at 10 p.m. Central Time is when this is going to go live. If you're watching this on that day or early on the 15th Central Time, like before 8, 9 o'clock-ish. That's usually when I start recording. So if you're watching it before then, the poll is live. Make sure to have your voice be heard on what comes next. You can find that in my community tab. So let's go ahead and raise up our troops here. Now we're going to raise up enough to take all this on. We do have ticking war score, of course, and we're going to head over to these guys and see... Okay, they're going to be heading here. I'm actually going to tell them to head here for the moment. We don't care about them continuing to siege. That's fine. We're at 25% war score, and we can get a decent chunk more. We're also on the lookout for battles like these up here, potentially. That would be interesting for sure. So like I said, we're going to raise up to around 30k here. Yeah, these sieges are not relevant. I'm really hoping that Lithuania is, in fact, going down here to deal with these guys. It looks like they're actually not. Okay. Well, we'll deal with them eventually if we get the opportunity. We did finish up our siege, and so we're going to need to have these guys come down to here. The Pope just converted culture. Okay. That's neat. Sadly, he didn't convert religion. That would have been funny. So we've got 10k. Again, we need around 30k. So those will be raised eventually. Yeah, 30k is the maximum amount that we need here. So we have half of that currently. Now, these guys are making a lot of progress on their sieges, which is sad. I do want to check in on these lads. For now, we're probably going to have them moving... This is fine, actually. And we're just going to split them in half. There we go. These guys will move to, like, over here. Ish. No, over here. And there you go. Actually, 17,415 is better. So I guess we could do something kind of like that. Cool. Okay, so let's take a look over at these guys. They're up to 18k. We really do need more. 19k. We won our siege over here, and so we need to continue. We are now at 68% from occupation. We could become brave or zealous. Which would we prefer here? That is virtuous to Tengri. So, I think we're going to become brave. And we didn't become wounded. Perfect. So that's great. Okay, so these guys are raising up. We're not surprised by this. Anglo-Saxon Catholic populace. The Pope is joining in. That's not shocking. Not shocking in the slightest. So we're going to call in anybody that we can, but we can't. So that's okay. We need to get out of this independence war. That desperately does need to happen. So these guys are at 37k. This is plenty. We're going to have them stop, and they're going to head down here and just start chaining down this direction like so. Cool. So, the Catholic uprising isn't too bad. Isn't too bad at all. We can deal with it. No problem. The siege over here will be wrapping up right now. And where else can we get war score? Well, we can here. This is starting to get dangerously close to these guys. So we're definitely going to need to make sure to bring in our troops over here. Now, they're still going to be taking attrition over here, which is unfortunate. What is our ticking war score at right now? It's actually off screen. We can't see. Sure. That's the risks of playing in 4K with UI scale. Okay, well, we're going to head on over here. We're immediately going to start crushing a number of these. That's great. Now, I would like it if someone would come deal with this. It looks like no one's interested for the moment, which makes me sad. But I guess it's fine. We're at 56% over here. And, oh, we missed. Okay, we're going to head in over here. Perfect. These guys are actually capable of moving in over here just fine. This will be absolutely okay. No problem here. This hostile force is being a jerk, but what do you expect? So we're going to beat up a bunch of these guys and get that taken care of. Okay, this guy became our bully. That's fine. So this siege is going to be won soon. How much more can we get from sieging? We can get 21 more. So, I mean, not bad. That brings us up to 80%. And then we could maybe come over here and fight. And they're retreating from their rebels, so that's probably not going to be a thing. Cool. There's another dangerous faction, by the way. You can thank the bubonic plague for that. 10 days here. Excellent. No, finish that. Thank you. Okay, there we go. Let's check in on our first army of Guadalajara. Ooh, a puppy. Sure. So we're going to head in over here and defeat this force. We will name her... I'm always a fan of Amiable. Amiable is a great name. Excellent. So we're going to fight these guys, of course. There we go. They're taking pretty heavy attrition over here. That's great. We're very happy about that. So these rebels will be dealt with shortly. Did we finish the siege? No, we didn't. Okay. Just wanted to double check that. Excellent. We did capture somebody. Not anybody of note, but somebody. We're going to head up over here, defeat these lads, and then after that, we are going to just continue pressing through here. Taking on all of these guys. Something like that. Hopefully this war is over before then. But we'll see. Oh, that's so much attrition up through here, though. We kind of can't do that. Okay. Well, for the time being, that is fantastic there. Are we capped on siege here? We can get 6% more from siege. Okay. So we're going to head on over to here. And we're going to look to get that 6% more. That'll bring us up to 86, and we're only going to need 14 from battles or ticking. Okay. There's definitely a lot of enemies. No doubt about it. I was hoping that we would have eliminated this force, captured their leader. Unfortunately, we didn't. Where is their leader? He is in this army. Okay. Fingers crossed. Which... This is the Catholic Uprising. The Catholic Uprising is offering a white peace. I accept. So we don't have to worry about the Catholics anymore. Beautiful. I have no idea why they offered that. That makes no sense. I'm utterly baffled. And we captured him. Perfect. Okay. That was 2 very good strokes of luck there. Like, that was really, really lucky. Now we could take these guys down and attack over here. The main problem with doing that is we have to walk through so much hostile territory to get there. However, we could come over to, like, Damietta here. We'll arrive there in 7 months. And with any luck... Okay, we are capped. With any luck, we could maybe get a battle over here. And get what we need war score-wise. Before we get there. Between ticking and this battle, that would be the idea. We need 11% more war score. Keep in mind, it is September of 1450. The game is very, very close to over. I want these wars gone before the end of the game, if at all possible. We're going to head in over here. Hopefully they'll let us catch them. It looks like they're planning to. Now, worst case scenario, we can end this war very quickly. Just instantly. The problem, of course, is the war over here. But we're going to fight this. We're at 91% right now. Now, this is not going to net us 8% war score, but it's going to net us a decent chunk. So we're going to do that. And if we were to capture this gentleman, that would not actually hurt our war score. Perfect. We did not capture him. Instead, we're at 94% war score. That was not worth very much. What we're going to do is we're going to tell these guys, come on over here and land. Where do we actually need to land here? Here. This is where we need to go. Okay. And actually, I think these guys have already embarked. I was going to tell them to not embark, but sure. We're 95% war score. We're just going to get out of here, allow ticking war score to do its thing. When is the actual end date? I want to double check that. I think it's only in like February, which is super soon. CK3 end date. That is January 1st, 1453. Okay. I must have been thinking about the CK2 end date or something. It's actually in a couple of years yet. So we do have time here. Now, we're not betrothed. That's fine. I don't care about that right now. That's completely okay. We're at 97% war score here on the Independence War. Once that war is over, things will start looking dramatically up for us. We just need 3 more ticking, which will happen very, very shortly. 2 more ticking. This is actually Venice here, and are they going to siege this back? I hope so. No. Nope, they're just passing through. Okay, so we're at 99% war score. And let's go ahead and end this. Any moment now. Beautiful. Of course, we have to change our UI scale here. So the UI scale will go back down to 100% and be nearly unreadable, but now we can end this war. So we will enforce our demands. So be it. And then we're going to go back to 200% UI scale so that the UI is readable again. Perfect. Okay, so there is another dangerous faction here. This is Old Tengri Populists. I suspect they're going to remain too weak to send an ultimatum. For now, all we need to worry about is this. Now, I'm actually thinking we can't disband these guys, but I'm thinking that they're no longer necessary. I would rather not be paying for all of this. We need to get out of debt. That is for sure. We're going to ransom this person, and I mean, we're going to ransom a lot of non-vassals. In the meantime, we should be ticking forward. Beautiful. So anyone who's not a vassal will get ransomed. These guys are going to be disbanded. Yes, it will take them a while to go home. Okay, that just takes a little bit to pop up. That's fine. 3 years to go home. We're not planning on using them. Beautiful. It is March of 1451. We have embarked over here. And we will be landing over here and arriving here in 6 months. That feels like that's so long. But that's what we'll do. So we're going to continue while we're waiting on that to ransom off some of these and work our way out of debt. Did that change? I think it did. This person. There we go. Prisoner and rival only? Rival is okay. Rival is okay. So we're going to ransom off this prisoner. And that's a lot of vassals. Sure. Okay. So they're over here. We are arriving over here as we speak. We'll be here in 4 months. We are working our way out of debt. And our church holdings are giving us a huge amount of income, as expected. We could become deceitful, honest, or humble. Obviously deceitful. Perfect. So we're going to head in over here, fight their army. They thought that they could fight us when we were having that big rebellion chain. It was a rebellion chain, let's be honest. We got so lucky, though, with the Catholics piecing out for no real reason. Exciting. So, here's the thing. We can choose our sexuality here, and it doesn't really matter. The game is going to be over very soon. However, generally speaking, for the purposes of heir production, heterosexuality is preferred. It's not like the others are a problem. They're really, really not. But it is helpful to have just that extra little fertility bonus. So that's fine. As I said, we're trying to play this as if the game was not going to be over very soon. And it will be. It is currently July of 1451, so we have like a year and a half left. So that's very little. Like, we're not even going to come out of debt. We can't actually do anything with regard to expansion because... Oh, Amiable ran away. Well, maybe she'll come back. Okay, so we're going to pull back some of that war score. I'd love to come in here and fight them. If they're not going to allow us to fight them, which they shouldn't. They should run away from this army, and they absolutely are. Then we're going to come down here and take the war goal. How much ticking do they have? 45 of their war score is currently ticking. Cool. So we're going to take that back. That will take no time whatsoever, really. And with ticking war score back on our side, that'll be great. We're going to hit their capital and then maybe chase down their army. Maybe. Okay, up we go. We're going to hit their capital. And we are definitely going to be at peace unless one of these factions decides to pop. However, I believe one of these has just refused to pop this whole time. Yeah, these guys, they've refused to pop this whole time. So I suspect that's not going to be a thing. These guys might be, actually. I'd really like to be out of this war ASAP. We're minus 13% right now, ticking on our side. We take their capital. Excellent. That puts us at +3. We're going to head up over here. They're going to finish this siege. However, we're going to finish this one. We siege far faster than they do. And we're going to head on up here, continuing to chase them. No, not that way. Continuing to chase them and siege back what they take. Excellent. Our vassal is getting on our nerves, and we're going to beat him up. We are currently 15, and this guy is... Oh, he's also 15. Okay, we'll teach him a lesson. I was hoping it was like a 70-year-old man. That would be hilarious, but sadly, that's not the case. So we're going to take back this barony, no problem whatsoever. It's already ours. And we're going to chase these guys down. We catch them. We're at 22% war score right now. I was hoping it would be a little higher than this, I'll be honest. But we're going to catch their army, and this might be worth 50% war score right here. In fact, we could end it if he's actually personally leading this. And he is. He is personally leading this. So what happens here? We stack wiped, but we did not, in fact, capture him. Okay. We could white piece this. In theory. 31% from that, huh? Okay. So, I mean, we're at 74% war score right now. It is in the last year of the game. So that's definitely a thing. Like I said, my goal is to be at peace at the end of the game. We don't have much longer. Just a few more months. We're at 75% war score here. I mean, we can definitely white piece this at any time. I would rather not. I would rather enforce demands. Work our way out of debt a bit. There's no way we're going to be out of debt by the end of the game. It's just not happening. Okay, so let's siege this on down. Then we're going to head over here. He's only got 14% war score from these occupations, huh? That's a little sad. We're at 82, and we can get back another 10.8. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. It is the 3rd of May. I'm going to bump it up to speed 4 for the moment, because, I mean, why not be at speed 5 right now? We're basically at the end of the game, and no real point in waiting around. We're not doing other things, so this is fine. Okay, 97%. We're going to start walking down here to siege this, but in reality, before we get there, we'll have ticking war score. 98. 99. And 100. War is over. We enforce our demands, disband our troops. Okay, we have no armies raised. Beautiful. Well, I was hoping that we would expand a little further, but rebels were extreme. There were a lot of rebels. I don't think... No, there was one time that I remember. There was one time that rebels managed to break away. But other than that, and we reconquered it, like, very, very quickly. Other than that, every single rebel war was entirely pointless. I love it. So we should definitely try to ransom off a few more prisoners here just to see how close we can get to getting out of debt by the end of the game. It's not going to be hugely close, but it's, well, actually, it might be fairly close. We're only 1849 in debt right now. We have 3 more month ticks. If we wanted to ransom vassals, we definitely could get out of debt here before the end of the game. Unfortunately, we don't want to ransom vassals. That's not a thing we want to do. And that's because we're still playing this as if we are not going to have the game end very shortly. Okay, so we're at 1049. It is now December. This is the final month. So we're not quite out of debt. We would be incredibly close. 2 more month ticks. But that was the last day right there. This should be the end of the game. Boom. The end date has been reached. We were 13. This is apparently spamming. Okay. So, this was our lineage. Cool. So there we go. This is annoying, so I'm going to exit to menu. There we go. Perfect. So there we go. That is another Crusader Kings 3 game in the bag. Again, the poll, if you're watching this on the day it comes out, the poll is currently up. There's a bit of a dead heat right now, when last I checked before I recorded this, between a pacifism game and a war-only game. No peacetime allowed. Both of those are a little bit nerve-wracking for me, but that's currently what the dead heat is, so make sure that your voice is heard. And I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here. And next time, we're going to be starting up a new Crusader King series, almost certainly. There's a lot of demand for that, it would seem. So we're going to do that. There was also a message on Discord about a Crusader Kings 2 game, going back to that and kind of comparing it to what we have in Crusader Kings 3. That's something I'm very interested in doing, but this one is not going to be that game. So, you can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I'll see you all next time, whatever nonsense that ends up being.